Okay, so the Ardo medium diary has been completed, and if my maths is correct, this will be 60 prayer once we've got this, and there we go, 60 prayer, that's awesome to hit. Now we can do the King's Ransom thing, and we can use Chivalry from that. We need to get 70 for what we need to do, but doing these achievement diaries is always helping to get a little bit of prayer experience, because it is an expensive skill to level up. But now we're going to be focusing on all the other achievement diaries, getting as much XP as we can, and then hopefully we'll move on to getting 70 prayer. Alright, there we have 52 farming, that's very nice to hit. We're just constantly doing these pineapples, and we're doing some herb runs as well along the way. So my farming level is creeping up at the moment. I believe at 57 I can start to do papayas. It's quite a way away, but it's something to think about for the future. But for the moment I'm just doing curry trees and pineapples, which is working out pretty well. I'm doing like one a day. It gets me like 1 or 2 farming levels a day, and it's pretty quick to do. It costs me a little bit of money, but farming is a skill which you can't really make much profit from. Apart from herbs, I'm basically making the money back from herbs. Anyway, maybe a small loss, but it's still fine. And so our farming level, we're going to aim for 60, and maybe beyond that as well. Alrighty, there we have 58 smithing. We're just getting it up to 60. I'm just using doing some mithril bolts, because it's a pretty cheap and effective way to do it. Just buying loads of mithril bars and then making them into bolts. Do that pretty well. So we're at 58 at the moment, getting close to 60, and I think we make like a 1 GP profit per bar or something, so that's always pretty good. But getting up to 60 smithing, and it shouldn't take too long. Alrighty, so we've made everything, and now we're going to sell these. No, not the bank. We're going to go to the Grand Exchange. We got about 20,000 mithril bolts. We had about 2,000 mithril bars that we bought. So let us. I don't know if we'll make a profit. Obviously, I actually got these mithril bars from mining. Not from mining, from the blast furnace, because I bought loads of mithril, loads of mithril ore and coal and all of that. I did it to the blast furnace, and that's what I did. But these aren't selling at the moment. Not for 103. So maybe obviously I'm not going to be making a loss since I made the bars myself. But if I bought the mithril bars, this may end up in a small loss, which is fine, because you'll be losing a very, very small amount per mithril bar, and the XP was pretty quick as well. So for smithing in the future, this is probably the method I'll use, depending, of course, if these things actually sell. Alrighty, we're about to complete this quest. This is Swan Song, and this is a little boss. The wise old man, as you can see, got wrecked, and he's just laying underground. He's like praying. He's like I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I don't think this boss should be too bad. You have to melee it, because when it uses its range and mage attacks, what it does, it reduces your prayer. As you can see, my prayer got reduced a bit there. But once it's been leading me, it's all gonna be fine, I think. Again, it's not got much HP. It's one of those quest bosses that I thought was going to be quite difficult, but then it's just not. And the XP is really weird. I got like 2 XP there and I hit a 15. That's really strange. Probably because otherwise this would be pretty good XP, even though you can only do it once. I don't really understand that. But yeah, this boss is actually really easy. I thought it would be a lot harder than it is. I'm saying that I'm probably going to get wrecked in a minute. But I think you can just, well, I haven't taken any hits so far, pretty much. So I can just put Protect from Mage on, and it's all a good time. And this quest will give me quite a bit of prayer experience, which is good. Because obviously that's what I'm aiming for. 70 prayer is what I need for the Morytania hard achievement diaries. This is going to be prayer experience. Obviously in the future, if I want to do some fishing for monkfish, that's something I can always do. Cause that's always pretty good money and decent XP as well, fishing monkfish. So that's always an option I have in the future as well. So yeah, that's pretty much that quest done now, and it's pretty good to get it over. Alright, I've came to the decision. I am getting kind of, I'm not going to say bored, but I've been doing so many quests and achievement diaries recently that I think I've done as much as I want to do in this amount of time. So I'm going to be taking a break from quest and achievement diaries, and I've literally calculated to the exact number of dragon bones how many I need. So I need 1,781 dragon bones to get me to 70 prayer, just to use on the Gilded Altar. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing achievement diary stuff for a while. I'm going to be focusing on a few more skills for the time being. Hopefully these dragon bones will actually buy. And again, this won't take me too long. It will take me like a couple of hours maybe, not even that, to get me to 70 prayer. So it's a really quick way. Now I don't have to worry about getting all my achievement diaries and stuff. It's good that I did them because they got me XP, but now I can just quickly get 70 prayer. Alrighty, here we go. And there is 70 prayer. That really didn't take too long at all. And now I have all the requirements that I need. I can use Piety. I can do all the requirements. I think there's like 2 or 3 requirements for 70 prayer that I need. I need to use Piety at an altar of some sort, and then I think in a few of the other hard ones, I think Varrock or Falador or something, it's going to be pretty useful. But now I can use Piety. There it is, Piety at the altar of nature. I can do that, and now I can do the Morytania hard diary. Alright, just before I have to do the diary, I have to complete this quest, because I actually have to actually get the ability to use Piety, I need to do the Night's Wave training ground. It's just a little mini game where you have to kill some monsters. Well, not some monsters, it's the I don't know what to call these guys, the Sirs, I'm going to call them. Just had to complete King's Ransom. Got a lot of 33k defense, that's a lot. Yeah, I got a lot of XP from that. I will get XP from this minigame as well. Pretty easy quest. So I now need to do this minigame, then I can use Piety. Alrighty, there we have 55 farming. Obviously that's just going up as we're progressing. I'm doing like a farm run every like couple of hours. Then I can do my fruit tree runs like every day or something, or maybe 2 in a day, because they do take like 16 hours to grow. So that depends. I'm nearing towards papaya trees, which is good. And I just have to buy some like payments, like the pineapples and stuff. Well, I do have quite a few pineapples from the trees that I planted at the moment. I'm not sure how much they cost actually. 5k, that's pretty good. So papaya trees is probably what we're going to be using to level up. Alright, that barrel chest guy just got wrecked. And now he's going to drop us an anchor, which we can take, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if we can use it straight away, or maybe we have to repair it or something. I believe there's a fee, like 200k we have to use. I don't think we can wield it now. Unless it's one of those things where you can wield it, but it's just really bad. And then you can use it properly after it's been repaired. I don't know. But that was a pretty neat quest. We had to do that quest because we actually need access to the island. I didn't actually have to complete it. I just needed access to the island to plant watermelon seeds. But you know, I may as well do the quest anyway. Yeah, so we just had to talk to this guy with our Book of Piracy. I need to speak in cool pirate language. And there's the anchor. That's going to be useful for bosses. I haven't done the Night's Wave training ground yet, so it might be useful in that. And any other bosses that I do in the future, because its crash bonus is pretty goddamn good. So it's good that I've got this weapon. Alrighty, so here goes the training ground. Hopefully this should be okay. I don't think I think it may get pretty hard. I may need to use all the food, but I think I have enough things. See, this anchor's absolutely going to town on this guy, so I'm hitting quite a bit. Apart from that 0 I just hit, that's pretty awkward. But it has got a much higher strength bonus than the whip, and some of them are weak to certain things, some of them weak to slash and crush. So this is where it comes in really, really useful. Alright, there we have done it. That was wasn't too bad. We didn't have to use that many supplies, so that's always good. And we got a lot of XP there as well. That's pretty good. Anyway, it's cool that we've got it over with. We got like 80k experience. That's pretty good. Now we can finally use Piety. We had to do so many things. I thought I'd done it when I got 70 prayer, but now we've done the quest. Now we can use Piety, and now we can finally do that achievement diary. Alrighty, so one of the final things that we have to do for this is to pick our watermelon over there. So we can do. I'm also looking at other diaries to do. I think I'm going to be doing the Kandarin one, and I believe the Fremnik one as well, because they have really good benefits. The Kandarin allows me to get Marks of Grace really easily, so I can get full Graceful pretty quickly. I get like 15% more, something. So that's going to be really, really useful. And for the Fremnik one, there's a shortcut which for my farming runs, because I do that a lot. That shortcut will be really, really useful. Alright, there we have finished the Morytania hard diary. Now these Morytania legs are going to be very, very useful. They have a lot of things. It's probably one of the best achievement diary rewards you can get. You can get lots of Morytania fungus. You get double that, which is good. You get a teleport close to barrows, so when I do barrows runs, that'll be really, really useful. And within barrows, you get double runes for the rewards chest. It's just really, really useful. So I'm very, very happy I've got that done. Alright, we're doing some mining at the moment. It's one of the requirements for Fremnik. I need 70 mining. Well, I need 70, but I can boost it, so I'm thinking of maybe getting to 67 or 68, so I can use a boost. I think I can use the dragon pickaxe, which I don't have, or I can use one of the, there's like a beer or some drink I can use. So I'm not going to go to 70, I'm going to go to 67 or 68. Okay, so we just hit 57 farming, and I missed it. Now that we've done all these pineapples, I've got a lot of things to do. I've got some papaya tree seeds in my inventory, which is good. Now I can get planting all of these trees, and my XP will be really, really good now, because these papaya trees get me a lot of XP, so my farming level will keep going up. Alright, you might be wondering why I'm here. I mentioned earlier that I get double Morytania fungus. The reason why I'm doing this is for herblore. I'm going to be making loads of super energy potions, And I'm going to be getting the secondary ingredient myself, which are these fungus. I'm getting a lot of them at the moment, which is really good, thanks to my Morytania Legs 3. This is actually a really good way to make money. I calculated that it makes me about 600k cash per hour. So it's making my herblore a lot cheaper, because I'm actually going to be making a small profit from herblore, because I got the herbs, I'm getting the fungus, and I need 66 herblore for the diary. Alright, so we've done a bit of herblore at the moment. We got ourselves up to 56. I didn't do, obviously, all the way to 66, which is what I need. But I'm just seeing how the super energies go. The XP was good, so I'm probably going to stick with these. Definitely going to be making quite a nice profit, because obviously I grew all the Avantos myself, because I had loads of Avanto seeds, and they're really cheap as well. So I grew all of those with farming, and I got quite a few more of my fungus myself as well. And wow, we sold that for a lot. Don't know how we sold it for that much. That should have been 1 mil, and we got 1.4 mil. That's a pretty nice profit, so maybe they're selling quite high, so I'm probably definitely going to do these all the way to 66.